Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do, the usual disclaimers. First off, yay, I woke up in time. Got to bed relatively early yesterday, so woohoo! Also, if y'all could send all the positive vibes, and I do mean all the positive vibes that you possibly can in my general direction, mucho appreciated, please. Gotta appease the landlord with this particular paycheck. Really, really gotta appease the landlord. It's gonna be another Dollar Tree special week. Thank you, inflation. Positive vibes. Mucho appreciated. Please and thank you. Alright, folks, in the description box, you're going to find the link to the article that the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read. It is written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the Judge Rotenberg Center's quote-unquote behavioral modification program. Matter of fact, the JRC doesn't want you to read this article so much, they have threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they do not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic has refused. So, folks, you know the drill. Please read that article. Share on all your social media, alright? Also, we have the link to NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC has the balls to see through with their threat. We also have I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought. Did I mention I'm not awake? No, I'm not awake. Alright. Also, we have the links in regards to the Agape boarding school situation. Agape boarding school is a Christian-themed boarding school based out of Stockton, Missouri that takes in so-called troubled male teens that has impending over 21 substantiated by DSS lawsuits leveled against it that are alleging sexual abuse, physical abuse, psychological and emotional abuse, starvation, and yes, even child trafficking. As of right now, we've had one former staff member arrested by the FBI. We've had a doctor who's still on the premises as we speak after multiple substantiated cases of sodomy and sexual abuse against the students there. He is now facing prison time. But he's still got access to those kids, though, doesn't he? We've had Eric Schmidt drop the ball so spectacularly. It is only in this fucking state that he'd have a chance to get a shot at Washington and becoming a part of the Senate. This dude had the case dismissed, then re-petitioned the court to do it again and get the kids removed. Meanwhile, while he originally had the DSS there, all those students that were talking about what went on in that school behind closed doors, they're still stuck there. So, folks, read those articles, share them on your social media, and don't forget to tag the bastard, alright? That is at capital A, capital G, capital E, RIC, capital S, CHMITT. Tag his ass. Let him know how you feel, alright? We also have the ever-present and self-explanatory change.org Shut Agape Boarding School Down petition. Please sign and share on all your social media. We also have the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject. And let's not forget the templates and the ever-present self-explanatory change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. When we discuss the JRC, folks, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, please use your headphones. Also, the JRC are known for their stupid, so just be, prepared for word salad and nonsensical arguments for their bizarre treatment of the kids there, okay? Excuse me. This channel is marked not for children for a reason. We use profanity on this channel and we talk about dark subjects. If your kid is 16 and younger and they are watching this channel, parental supervision is obviously advised, all right? Also, warning. You're going to hear noises from my throat because I am suffering from allergies this morning. I apologize for that. It is 7:58 a.m. in the morning. I'm still tired. I'm still pissed off as in general, and I'm stressed the fuck out. So if I stumble over my words, folks, apologies in advance, alright? Okay. So, let's go to where we left off yesterday. It should be clear from the above explanation that one cannot determine whether an antecedent event has acquired some stimulus control over a problem behavior unless we can present that event to the student and see whether it has the effect in question. In other words, they're treating us like fucking guinea pigs. Who's surprised? We don't know if you're better if we don't put you in that situation, deliberately trigger you to torture you. Yeah, you can, Karen. How do we get along in life? Your school is so fucked up and stressful and traumatizing and just absolute all over sensory fucking hell that if a person is not immediately bursting out in immediate behaviors right off the fucking bat, that should tell you how they're doing with their behaviors. Can I be blunt? They seem to have this idea, this weird-ass idea, that we don't deal with frustration every single day of our goddamn lives from the moment us autistic people take a fucking breath. What part of this, we have to live in a world not built with us? We know how to deal with frustration and disappointment. It's so hard to understand. We are discriminated against, singled out, treated like fucking monsters, treated like we don't even have feelings, literally brought up with every single fucking shooting on the planet. And yes, I do also bring up the fucking 90s in this. Remember those news articles? Maybe they had Asperger's syndrome at Columbine. Because I fucking do. And I got a long-ass memory. So not only do we have that, we already live in a world where we're basically fucking demonized to the planet. We are either demonized or shown as your goddamn inspiration porn. It's one or the other. Very rarely are we treated as the regular human beings that just operate differently that we actually are. We're given terms such as this God, self-righteous terms that neurotypicals make up for us. Differently abled makes me fucking twitch. Makes me goddamn twitch. My point on this, what seems to be a random rant, is we already deal with frustration every second of our goddamn lives. To act like you have to create a situation to trigger a specific behavior is fucking ridiculous. Just stick around. It's not that difficult. You do not have to be a fucking bastard who will force us to have a behavior so that you can then punish said behavior to get what result you want. That is batshit insane. That is abuse. Would you say it was okay to deliberately trigger someone with post-traumatic stress disorder? Let me do a case in point. Let's say you've got a Vietnam vet suffering from severe PTSD. Would these people think it was then okay to deliberately trigger them into an episode so that they can learn better behavior? No. The whole fucking world would come out against that shit. And then you would shock them to make it stop? Wouldn't logic say you would only be making it fucking worse and risk the actuality and making that triggering episode even worse? It's the same with autism, kids. It's the same with fucking autism. We're dealing with trauma. We're dealing with PTSD from the word fucking get-go. To deliberately fucking trigger someone, to trigger their neurology, to then punish us for it, is insane. It's cruel. It's inhumane. How do you bastards sleep at night? I would like to know, how the fuck do bastards like people who run JRC and the people who run Agape fucking sleep at night? I would love to know. Similarly, it should also be evident that we cannot arrange the stimulus control training described above without being able to deliberately arrange occasions when the stimulus for the problem behavior is presented. Again, I'll present to you the same scenario. You have a Vietnam vet who suffers from severe PTSD. A place that they are in decides to deliberately trigger an episode, deliberately trigger a flashback, deliberately trigger an episode, so that when they predictably freak out or have a behavior, someone then tortures them using them a shock device to make them stop their weird behavior. The whole fucking planet would condemn it immediately. Immediately, like that. Why is it different for autistic people? Why is it not okay to do it to a soldier suffering from PTSD, but it's okay to do it to us? Think about that. Why do we allow this shit in the name of medicine? Why do we allow this shit in the name of we gotta get that bad behavior out of them? The shit people get away with in order to fix us. Look into it, folks. Look into it. I'm going to close it out on that. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.